Blimmin' handy, this night shot stuff, isn't it? Look, see those lights behind me up there? That's the outline of my hotel called the Friendship Hotel. It's incredibly normal. In fact, it's so normal I'm not going to bother filming it. It really is. It's like a Trust House 40 or something, you know, one of those kind of lower level ones in the UK, but it's cleaner than them. And the manager is a superb fellow. Oh, Helicopter. Don't let me forget Helicopter. The manager's a great guy. He's got excellent English and he goes well above his call of duty. He took me to the ferryman ticket place to get my ticket for the ferry in the morning so I can take a ferry to Qatar. And on the way I can look at all the fantastic rocks and listen out for the gibbons, which had better be performing. I'm a bit weary, as you know, my sleep last night was short and I've had a very busy day, what with eating huge breakfasts, playing badminton and the big boat ride and the walkie-walkie. So, Helicopter. This man has built a helicopter, not using a design, but by working it out himself with his engineering skills over 30 years, and he keeps it in his front room.
Everything I made it myself alone, for the bending, for the welding, for the cutting, for the painting, to make the blade also, so I can do every kind of job. So this is only my hobby. So since I was young, at 11 years old, that time I'm very interested to fly in the air. So I study how to fly in the air and how to build a helicopter. So I studied for the 30 years. So after 30 years, I got a new idea from my own brain. So I've never seen the helicopter before. I've seen only in the video, in the movie. So I started in 1987, so I started to build my helicopter. So I have to took the time for the 9 years to finish my helicopter. So it was finished in 1996. It was finished in 9 years. Take the 9 year long time. Just this is not easy. Helicopter is very difficult. The airplane is much easier than the helicopter. So before to build the helicopter, I intend to build a small airplane and to fly, and I have to fly alone to round the world. So I intend, but that is to build the airplane is a very, very expensive. So I need a hangar to keep the airplane. So I need the airfield. This is no need a hangar, no need the airfield. So I can keep it in the sitting room. So this is a much easier to keep in my house. So now I need only the engines. Before the engines, I use only the 10 horsepower. That power is not enough to lift to my helicopter. Now I calculate again, now I need the new more power engines. So it might be at least the 40 horsepower engine. That is a very, very expensive. So about the US dollar, $2,300 US dollar. How can I buy it? How can I get the $2,300? This is not easy. Now I stop it.
Do you know how much it's cost you so far?
The cost is $600 US dollar.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of money.
That is before, yeah. Now it was a lot of money. This time it's a lot of money.
I'm in the home of my favourite cuisine, an Indian restaurant. And here are all the staff. There's another customer. And we're all here. That man was very helpful ordering my food. We have a chicken biryani, dal, some more rice, aloo something or other, some chopped vegetables, some really green vegetables, and then we've got tamarind, fried chilies, salt and hot stuff. And I'm going to eat it all now. I feel a definite need to do an update on this food. I'm eating the lettuce. I don't like that thing there. The biryani is really nice, but it's served cold, which is unusual. I haven't yet started my chicken. Potatoes are very tender, well cooked. Beans a little bit greasy, but that's standard Indian stuff. The star so far is the dal, which is really, really intense, and the coriander on the top. Oh, that's really doing the good stuff. We've got lemon juice and chilies and salt as the sauce here, although it's got a sour taste. I couldn't find out from the guy what else might be in there. Oh, we just got some more rice. And here we have, it's my old pal Vivi again, look. Vivi super drink. This is made out of super. Yeah, so here we are. So we're on a winner here. Oh, and there's a tamarind pickle here. Tamarind is very sweet normally, and it's kind of sweet and burnt in an odd way, and it works really well with the rice. So, oh, pardon me, did you hear that burp? That's the burp of enjoyment. I'm enjoying my Indian meal.
If you fancy a Coke or a Pepsi, or a McDonald's, or an ATM, you're in the wrong country. None of those things are found here.
Oh, look at this view. Look at that view, eh? Look at that view. Bit dark, isn't it? You know why? It's 5:30 in the morning, that's why. Oh, look. Groovy lights, though. I'm off to get me a ferry. I'm the only one in the rather super-duper dining hall for the breakfast. Look, this is great, this place. Like I said, it's a normal hotel. And there's this rather fantastic buffet. It's like a sort of 4-star adventure for $7 a night, including hot water. And complimentary breakfast. I always think complimentary breakfast should be able to talk and say things like, "You look nice this morning." So, yes, I really enjoyed meeting that man, the helicopter man, Mr. Sane Win. And if you Google him, put Sane, S-E-I-N, Win, W-I-N, helicopter, get some information. Fascinating fellow, very clever, very practical, and there's not many people who've got a helicopter in their front room that they built themselves. Is there? If you know of anybody, tell somebody else about it.
Aren't they tiny? I saw a lady on the boat with tiny grapes and I thought, oh, I wonder if they taste nice. And they're really very, very sweet. I'm doing a thing. I'm sure I didn't invent the concept. But my own version of it is called Bed and Breakfast and Nick Your Lunch. And I started doing it when I was in Egypt on a bed and breakfast package tour and I didn't have much money. And what you do is you go into breakfast with a big bag or something, or a coat, and when people aren't looking, you fill it with things from the buffet, like boiled eggs and little containers of jam and anything that's solid, nothing that gets squished, like water runs around in your pocket. And then you don't have to buy lunch wherever you are, you see, and then you've got more money for your evening meal. So that increased my Egypt budget to, I think it was £5 a night for meals. Yes, we ate like pharaohs, except we were alive and not mummified. So I've just done some bed and breakfast and nick your lunch. I don't know what I've actually nicked. I think it's all biscuits. I'm very naughty, aren't you, to have done this. That's another interesting thing about us humans. No matter how crappy the things we do, we can always morally justify what we do, because often we absolve ourselves from responsibility and say, well, I only did that because that person did that. What a load of cobblers. It's getting lighter. I'm going to go in a minute. Toodaloo.